Just got back from vacation. Beautiful weather in northern Michigan. It was like 70 degrees during the day, 55 at night. Couldn't have been better. Get back to Ohio. It's humid. It's supposed to be 95 degrees this entire week. Walk in the back door, and we have no air conditioning. The house is like 88, 90 degrees, something like that. So I'm not an HVAC technician at all. I'm a welder fabricator, have no training in HVAC. So nothing I say here is from an educated standpoint by any means. But I did notice a big leak at the bottom of the furnace. There was water all over the place. So I looked it up online, and it said I either have a clogged condenser drain or something's wrong with the condenser or something else. I don't even know. Looked at the drain and everything else, and the water was draining out of it just fine into the drain on the floor in the basement. There was condensation all over these little pigtails here. So that kind of led me to believe that the outside unit was doing what it was supposed to do, but something in here wasn't. And you couldn't hear anything kick on. Not hearing something kick on is a pretty good indication that the fan is out. I think that's what's wrong. I should have filmed this too. I should have showed you the squirrel cage and the previous motor that I believe is the problem, is the culprit here. But I didn't. So I'm going to pick up from here, and I'm going to show you the installation of this new motor for this condenser fan, and hopefully we can get some AC back in this house. Stay tuned. This episode is brought to you by Ghost. Not really, because I don't have any endorsements. But I'm tired, and this helps. Got here to the barn, get some tools for this little job. Not one of those influencers that has the polished floors and the Corvettes and all that shit. I got a barn, and it's got stuff in it. CNC plasma, welders. That's what I do. No dog and pony show. Dirty barn that I need to clean up. So there's the old motor bag. Look at that old Klein bag. You don't find old Klein bags like that anymore. This thing's been through it. Used to carry my chain falls. Now it's been retired to a tool bag. This is what I think's funny. I'm out here in my barn gathering up tools. Like I'm not going to have to come back out here and get some tools here in about 10 minutes anyway. All right, guys, so I got this new electric motor. If you're local to the Dayton, Ohio area, M&R Electric Motors in Dayton, Ohio, they are phenomenal. They have, if they can't fix it, they know how to find it. They'll get it in for you. M&R Electric Motors, Dayton, Ohio. They hooked me up with a new motor, new capacitor, a new bracket, hardware for the mounting of the bracket. I think I'm going to have to do some modifications to that, but so I didn't take my phone with me. I should have. Just got back from my first unplanned trip to the barn. If I get out of this project in under 5 trips to the barn, I call that a success. Trip number 2. Is it 2 or 3? I don't know. Another trip. Got to come back in here to this messy barn and try to find some wire connections. We got boxes of these in here. No. All right. I think I found them. All right. Found that right where we're supposed to be. Whole assortment of wire nuts there. I got my wire connector thingies, my wire nuts, zip ties. That'll complete round 2 or 3 or something. Gorgeous Ohio night. Man, northern Michigan was beautiful. Seriously, the weather, the people, the scenery. It was a great vacation. To come home to no AC. Could be worse. I'm blessed to have the option of AC. A lot of people aren't. These furnace wires have the same female terminals as the motor wires, so I'm going to cut these off and crimp new male terminals onto the motor wires. I am one of these short. One, and I don't have it. I think this one counts for 2 or 3 trips. Get some wire connectors, a trip to Walmart, and $20 later. I didn't really need to go to Walmart. I got fittings that work just fine. In fact, they have that heat shrink stuff on them too. So we're trying to figure out the hardware for this new bracket. I need to figure out a way to bend these ears right here up so it'll fit the contour of the inside of this squirrel cage or whatever the hell we call this thing. Don't know if you guys have noticed the background changing in this video. Good indication of how long it takes for an inexperienced person like me to do something like this. I am way over my 5 trips. If I get this finished before midnight is my new goal. All right, guys, so I screwed it up. I bent it the wrong way, and then when I bent it back the right way, a whole bunch of stuff broke. Got the welder out. We're going to see if we can weld this thing back together, and I'll have faith in it that it'll hold and stay true. That's going to be the biggest thing. All right, guys, I'm not going to bend these again. Too much stress on the rest of the basket. I'm going to take a slitter wheel and cut the back sides right here and then bend them up and weld them. I think that's going to be the easiest fix. So I had to chop this thing up pretty good. I had to cut the back side of these ears and fold them up to meet the contour of the inside of the squirrel cage. And then it was still too long, So I had to take a 1/2 inch out of each one of these and pull it in a 1/2 inch. So did that all the way around. Kind of looks like a Frankenstein bracket now. I also went through and tacked each place that they had resistance tacks. All I did was try to bend these ears just a little bit, and these tacks popped, and I figured, this thing's spinning at a pretty good RPM. It's probably just fine for somebody that knows what they're doing. But for me, in the way I do things, it needed to be beefed up just a little bit. All right, so we got to figure out these wires coming out. And I'm assuming any which way is good. Do you have a light? Let's see if we can get this. Watch out, Sneef. I don't trust myself, buddy. Watch out, buddy. I don't want to blow you up. I don't know what's going to happen when this thing comes on. Ready? Yeah. Okay. So nothing happened because the furnace is still off. Oh, wait. Fan came on. The fan came on and it's purring. Now let's hope the AC on the outside and in here does its job. All right, guys. Good news. My phone's about to die, but we have AC. We did it. We're going to button this thing back up and I'm going to enjoy some cold air conditioning. As always, let's make it a great day.